Recently, I was watching Tower Battles content here on YouTube when I stumbled upon this video. It's from a creator called Overlord the Great, and they used every tower in the game to solo. Their conclusion, sorry for the spoiler, was that Patrol is actually the best individual tower in the game in terms of value. And that got me thinking, what if I used the same towers that they did, but in a more realistic scenario? Can Patrol hold up? Is it really that good? Well, today we're going to find out. Let's get right into it. So, to find out just how good Patrol is, I've organized a test very similar to the one shown in the video. The test pits Patrol against a few other towers, with the goal of seeing which tower performs the best when used to the best of my ability. So, let's meet the towers and then I'll tell you all about the challenge. So, using the right towers to compare control to is absolutely critical. So, I chose Soldier, Mercenary, and Golden Scout. That's because these are the three towers that I see most commonly used in the same situations as Patrol. And since they're all pretty similar in cost, it should be a very interesting comparison. But now it's time to take a look at the challenges that these towers will face. And the challenge is simple. All I have to do is see how far I can go using the tower and farm on a normal solo survival match. First up, Golden Scout. It performed quite well, but also worse than any of the other towers that we tested. This isn't necessarily because GS is a bad tower, it's just too expensive and inefficient to be used on its own, and we died to a hidden boss at wave 24. Next up is Mercenary, and I was honestly expecting pretty good results, but Mercenary was actually pretty underwhelming, only getting us to wave 27 before dying to lightnings. Just like with Golden Scout, the slightly high price tag of Mercenary meant that we simply didn't have enough units to last very long. So, pretty decent, but better options exist. One of those better options is Soldier. Surprisingly, despite being the cheapest tower we tested, Soldier performed the best, getting us to wave 32 with 25 soldiers on the map. It's definitely an effective tower that has some of the best value in the game. However, can the subject of this video, Patrol, do any better? After all, Patrol does cost double with its final upgrade, and it's arguably much easier to use. Well, take a look. As you can see, even on a decently long map, Patrol was simply too expensive. If I had better economy, I definitely would have gone further. But at that point, you might as well use better towers such as Commando or even Zed. Of course, these results don't mean that Patrol is bad. In fact, Patrol is still arguably one of the best early game towers. You can combine it with Farm for excellent early game economy, and then continue to use it pretty late into the game before switching to better towers. So while it's not quite as efficient as Soldier, it definitely still packs a punch and is definitely worth using. Just be careful, because it's pretty quickly overwhelmed.